also was telling you about another woman that I was dating before my wife, where she loved to go out. Now this other woman, you know, I could, you know, have a nice night at home and things like that, and you know, watch a movie and cook for whatever. But this other woman I was dating, it's not a date unless we went out. Yeah. So it was like Outback here, Carrabba's over here, you know, Applebee's this. Now I'm like, yo, and I was only with her for like 2 weeks because of that, right? Wow, you know, and it's because like I just felt like what's gonna happen in the times where the chips are down. You know what I mean? So for men, women, a lot of guys, we really pay attention to, in my opinion, how you react when we're not having it going, you know, at the same time. You know, so when we're not able to take you out, when we don't have as much resources to do some of the things that we did in the beginning, or some of the things you may expect, we want to see how you take that, how you handle that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So to me, like a lot of the reasons why I married my wife was when the times where I didn't have money, when I was, you know, low on my luck, and she stuck by me. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, she's a rider, and she clearly has love for me, because it's not about what I have, it's about who I am. So I went ahead and married her. And so a lot of women don't understand that, because they feel like, okay, well, they don't even make it to that point where it's like, you know, I'm gonna stick by my man, and you know, he's a good man, and he treats me well, and I really am. I feel love when I'm around him, but he just don't have the money to take me out. I'm gonna stick by him. A lot of women, they out the door, you know, before he even gets. Soon as they see the money start going on the decline, they like, well, bro, I don't know right now. You know, call me next week, and we'll see. You know what I mean? So you ever had anything like that happen?
Yeah, no, exactly, and that's what a lot of guys do look for. They look for that loyalty. They look for somebody who's really going to be there with him through thick and thin. And that's why that early stage is really important to a lot of guys. If he's looking at you and you go out with him and you have a good time without anything, he's like, okay, she really enjoyed my company. I also want to tell you that one of the things I heard on this post that I did was, what did the one lady say? She said, I don't want a guy trying to test date me, or she don't want to feel like it's a test date, right? Because I did mention that a guy want to make sure he's digging you a little bit before he start investing his money. Right. And she said she don't want to go on a test date. And women, I get that. You don't want to feel like you're being tested. But isn't that part of dating? Part of dating is trying to figure out if somebody is worthy of what you have, right? Right. So you got to look at it both sides. Like you're testing this guy to see if he's worthy of your goodies, of your cooking, of everything that you have. So there's nothing wrong with a guy doing it. Now, I know women are going to disagree with this. So I'm not telling women to go out and do what I'm saying. All I'm telling you right now is that when a guy does it, I don't want you to automatically assume that he's cheap and he is no good. That is it. I have no problem with a guy meeting a girl, taking her out to a fancy restaurant the old-fashioned way. I have no problem with that at all. But I want you to understand that when that guy does it, the guy with a budget who works, makes 60 grand a year, he has a budget, he has a mortgage, his car payment, the guy's doing okay, right? And the guy just, he wants to make sure he has money for his wife, for that wedding that he wants to have. He wants to be able to plan and buy you an engagement ring. That's the guy. There's nothing wrong with that guy being smart about how he's meeting you. And that's all I'm trying to say, ladies. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing's wrong with the big dinner. Nothing's wrong with that. But remember, all those lights and all that light, camera, and action, that fade at one point. And what do you have left? You gotta remember that.
And that's why I say, for men, we looking at the time where the chips are down. And even if the chips don't ever get down, we still want to see how you reacting to, is it the money really? Is she really here? Because is she only happy when I'm taking her out? You know what I mean? When we're at the house kicking it and we're just talking and getting to know one another and watching some TV and just vibing. Is she really feeling me still? You know, those are the questions that men ask, but women don't understand that. So that's the reason why I brought you in, because that topic right there was one that I felt, you know, needed to be touched on for a lot of women and men, because we, like I say, we feel like sometimes the women pay too much attention to the money spent instead of the person who's actually, you know, doing these things for you, doing these nice things for you. And so it's just like you say, women are from Mars, men are from Venus, while women might be thinking, well, what can you do for me? What can you offer me? Especially, you know, when women, they working, they able to take care of themselves. Hell, they can go out and buy whatever meal you was going to pay for them anyway. Exactly. You know what I mean? So now, but with that, the expectation is a lot higher, but they don't understand how we look at it. So now it's like we battling in this courting process. So the man is thinking like, I don't want to spend too much money and see how she can react. The woman like, I don't know why you holding back. I don't know what's going on. Is he, you know, why he acting funny? You know what I mean? Exactly. So and then in the end, nobody's really genuinely trying to get a connection. They just trying to see, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna hold my cards back and and see how he play his.
They back here like this. See what
exactly. So I'm like, man. So I'm gonna ask you, what you feel like we can do to change that?
Well, that's what I was telling a close friend of mine. I said, it's really at this moment, I really think it's not going to change anytime soon.
Right.
I think it's just because it's been beat into the heads of so many women of this is what it should be. This is the way a date should go.
Right.
And I think there's a lot of guys. So women, you don't have to necessarily worry, because a lot of guys out there are going to continue to do it the other way. That's why I said this is not a big deal. This is one of those things that I just want you to be prepared if it happens. But most guys are going to take you on a date and the whole process. But what I'm saying is that it's been beating our heads that this is how it works. Mm-hmm. This is dating. You go out to dinner, you talk, but the whole point is that it's not necessarily the way it works. It's just the way we've been told. So as far as changing, I don't see it changing anytime soon. The only thing that we can hope for is that maybe there's like 2 or 3 women out there that can understand a guy's perspective, just like we try to understand a woman's perspective. This is why I don't have a problem with a woman saying I can't come over her house for the first whatever period of time. Right. If she said, I don't want to bring you over my house because I don't know you and I want to know, I'm okay with that. Right. Hey, I don't want to give the goodies because I get to know you. Fine. I don't want to do this until I get to know you. That's fine. So I respect that. But it's like they won't respect your rules. Like, okay. And I will be honest too, a lot of times it's just the first date. Sometimes the guys, you can call it a meet and greet date, whatever you want to call it, but sometimes they just want to kind of fill you out, make sure there's some chemistry, and then they want to go out. Then they'll start spending money or taking you out.
Right. Now I feel like this. I feel like you just gotta balance it. All right. You know, while a woman may be expecting some money being spent on her and showing her a nice time and showing that, hey, you know, you don't mind spending a few dollars to show a good evening. But at the same time, I feel like if you sprinkle it in a little bit, it works out better. Right? I'm gonna tell you what I mean. Like, okay, the dates that you mentioned, walking on the beach, getting to know each other, and you might have a little glass of wine or whatever, y'all just listening to the ocean and whatever, that's cool, right? And then you sprinkle in a couple days as y'all go along. But if you just focusing predominantly on how much money is being spent as a man or a woman, then you're never gonna get anywhere, because you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're focusing on the money being spent instead of the person you're trying to win affection from. And the woman, they're focusing on the money being spent instead of the person who's actually spending the money and realizing, okay, well, is he just spending it to try to get something from me? Is it a strategy that he's playing to try to say, okay, well, if I spend $30, what you gonna do? You know, so I feel like you just balance it out. I feel like that will change it a little bit. You know, it'll tweak it a little bit, because women, they love both. They want both. See, a woman, they want everything. They ain't gonna admit it. Right, but y'all want everything. Y'all gonna want that nice, you know, beach walk, or just getting out and going to the park, and you know, you feel good about telling your girls, oh girl, you know, my man coming by, he gonna take me. I don't know what we doing. He ain't tell me, but we just going somewhere. You know what I mean? They get delighted with that feeling, right? But at the same time, they want the traditional dating style also. But if men, fellas, if y'all balance the two, I feel like you'll have a lot more success with that, and you won't have that same reaction from women of, I don't know what he doing, you know, because it's like you don't spend money and they mad. You spend too much money and they think you're gonna expect something from them. So then they more shielded and guarded, like, I don't know, okay, you know. So that's just my thing, bro. Hey, I wanted to tell you, how can you know, the viewers get to meet you or see you or get the Relationship Realtor matchmaking service in their life?
No, absolutely. You can go to my website, which is www.relationshiprealtors.com.
Right.
You can hit me on Facebook, CJ Salter. You'll see me on there. You can hit me on Instagram, Relationship Realtors on there as well, Twitter. Or you can just call. I got a 1-800 number, local number 813-527-3649. You can always call that number. It's a 1-800 number too, but I can't remember it. But anyway, yes. So there's a lot of different ways you can reach me. Definitely, the website is a good option. Okay. You can always email me as well at cjsalter@relationshiprealtors.com or info@relationshiprealtors.com. So there's a lot of different options there, and definitely check in with me, man. I definitely got some good stuff going on with this matchmaking thing, especially for you single folks. We need you people. We need some single people. Right. I'm always looking for single people.
And for y'all ladies out there, that say there aren't any good men, and ain't no men out that's worth nothing, well, y'all can utilize my brother CJ Salter, because then, you know, it takes away from some of the strenuous strain of trying to find a good man. You can allow somebody else to do that for you. and hopefully have better success with dating when doing that. But I want to know how y'all feel, ladies, fellas. Does it take money to court somebody? Women, if he's not spending money on you, do you still care? Does it matter to you? Or do you look at the time and effort and energy he's putting into you? Y'all gotta let me know. So I want to hear those comments. I want to see some likes. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, and check out my brother CJ Salter, because he's really doing big things. And you never know, man. You might find something you were looking for all along in the Relationship Realtors matchmaking service. So
I just want to say something real fast.
Go ahead.
Idris Elbra, that's his name. Idris Elbra. He just signed up last week to the service. So
look,
first lady that signed up, she may have a shot. I'm just I wasn't supposed to tell nobody. It's a secret.
Man,
but just letting you guys know. Morris
man.
Chestnut, he's coming in next week. So just letting you guys know now. So.
Alright, well, let us know how y'all feel. Like, comment, share, man. It's Clarence Brown, your host. CJ Salter here, my guest. Male Translations Podcast. We're going to see y'all next week, man. We out.